birthday, then enjoying 2 baseball games on July 3rd and July 4th. Both games begin at 6 p.m., featuring the Mega Kids Inflatable Area and the biggest fireworks show of the season. Tickets start at just $8. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to purchase your Mega Bash tickets today.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow, who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing. American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hold on, we got an incoming telegram from Los Angeles. Les Snead? It says, them picks.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're going to break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. You know, they say it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it, and Los Angeles has got a lot of it. Not just the moxie, not just the great weather and 18,000 professional sports teams. But they had first-round picks, and Les Snead and the Rams gave up at least one of them.
Lacks charm.
For Myles Garrett. Lacks charm? Lacks charm? What are you talking about?
It's a baseball town.
This is Theoretically Speaking. It is Emotion Monday. We are here on June the 1st. Hurricane season is underway. Hurricane season has officially opened up. So make sure you got your shelters. If you already got your impact windows, good on you. To the other football teams across the great sunshine state of Florida, there's nothing you can do about it because hurricane season's been underway since last year when things got cranking. And Mario Cristobal and the guys are rolling full steam ahead. So there's nothing you can do to prepare for that hurricane season. But actual hurricane season is open for our Palm Beach County, Treasure Coast, and Florida residents. So just be cognizant of that. It's your boy Theo Dorsey, man. Before we get into the Los Angeles Rams' most recent blockbuster deal, I do want to address the elephant in the room. Colin Russo is on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Colin, you are originally from Connecticut, right?
Are you saying this is a question?
Oh, yeah, I'm asking. I'm getting your background to the good people.
That's a statement. Yes, correct.
You're originally from Connecticut.
I am.
You went to college in Madison, Wisconsin.
That's correct.
You have been in South Florida for how long?
About 20 months.
20 months in South Florida. You're a relatively young guy. You're in your athletic prime. You've run Ironmans.
Singular.
You've run an Ironman singular, but you've done a lot of different athletic feats at this juncture in your life.
I'm not a talented athlete, but
Yeah,
yes.
but you're good. You know, you're in shape. You're
Sure.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself a Palm Beach County resident?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that you're currently talking to the fastest man in Palm Beach County? Did you know that?
On what metric?
First of all, you're going to ask who is the fastest man in Palm Beach County.
Well, you're saying you're talking to him.
Yeah, you can
that's alluding that it's you?
Well, also, we're on live radio, so I'm not sure if you're thinking, you can watch us on YouTube at ESPN South Florida. You can listen to us in your cars, ESPN 106.3 FM. So maybe you're thinking you're talking to him because he lives in Palm Beach County. The guy is sitting like 10 feet away from you.
How fast and how far did you run?
You're asking questions that are
Who
relevant
did you run against?
to other men of Palm Beach County.
How many were involved?
I ran this weekend on Saturday. It was actually an event put on by the Urban League of Palm Beach County's young professionals. It was the event is actually called Fastest Kid in Palm Beach County. 4 kids walked away with the laptops for winning. The top boy in middle school, top girl in middle school, top boy in elementary school, top girl in elementary school as well.
The adults get nothing? A cupcake?
Well, I donated my gift back to the foundation because I didn't care about the actual.
What was your gift?
I don't want to get into it. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. It might have been a medal, might have been $100 million. Who knows? Who cares?
You're donating a medal? They don't want that.
I'm just saying, who cares what the gift was? All I'm telling you is I ran in a race for the fastest man in Palm Beach County, and I won. So before we get to the Rams and the blockbuster deal with Myles Garrett, I think it's cause for celebration.
How far did you run?
It was a 50-meter.
All right.
That's a solid distance.
Did you have a
to
track
gauge
start?
speed.
So you were on like a.
I didn't even get down.
Were you on a platform?
Some other guy, a couple of other dudes, they got down into a track start. I didn't. I ran. I lined up like I was about to run a go route.
Were you in jeans?
Had shorts on, golf shorts, and a golf shirt.
All right.
Had my cell phone in my left hand, my wallet and keys in my right hand because I didn't want them to fly out of my pocket, so I'm holding these items.
Was this like a guerrilla race, and they're just like, let's figure out?
I don't know. This was organized. It was pre-structured into the flow of the show. The Urban League of Palm Beach County does wonderful things in this community. The event itself was to make sure that the kids are enriched. The kids have the proper school supplies to get back into the summer and keep the work up. 4 kids got laptops. A lot of money invested into this thing. Also get the kids outside, ripping and running. But also during the event, it was almost like, let's consider this like the slam dunk contest to All-Star Weekend.
How long did you stretch before?
Stretch for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes of stretching.
That's light.
I know. I mean, it was light work. When you're the fastest man in Palm Beach County, so, you're asking the wrong questions. When Usain Bolt crossed the finish line in 2008, did somebody ask him how long he stretched? Or did somebody ask him, when are you going to try to, defend this title?
If Usain Bolt came up to me and he said, I had some race over the weekend and I'm therefore the fastest man in Palm Beach County.
It's called the fastest man in Palm Beach County.
Right.
That was the title we were running for, and I earned it. And in Usain Bolt fashion, I was looking over my left and right shoulder as I crossed that finish line.
It's 50 meters. You can't develop that much distance. Who are you running against?
Exactly what you would have thought. See, that is why it's a cause for celebration. You think that what I did was improbable. You think I'm an incredible athlete. I don't want you to say those things about me, Colin.
I don't.
I just want you to consider me what my title that I earned.
I don't.
I'm a humble man, but I am the fastest man in Palm Beach County. Shout out the Urban League. Shout out Roosevelt Middle School for hosting us. Shout out all the partners and vendors that were there. ESPN West Palm was there.
ESPN West Palm was there.
Yeah.
So you have eyewitnesses.
Yeah, we have eyewitnesses in this very office.
All right.
A couple of teammates. So one of the interns.
We'll have to keep an eye on this. All right.
There's nothing to keep an eye on.
I'll have to confirm it. I mean, it's like the Guinness Book of World Records guy wasn't there, was he?
There's a video of it.
The Guinness Book of World Records guy wasn't there.
He wasn't there. He was there in spirit.
Oh, he's there in spirit.
Maybe Myles Garrett will be there in spirit when the Cleveland Browns finally return to form, or I don't want to say return to form. When they finally start getting competitive again, because he won't be there in presence. The blockbuster deal that just went down a little under an hour ago. And to some of you, it might just be news. So let's go ahead and do it.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. If your vehicle has issues with braking or other issues, get it fixed right now at St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
If we can do this about something that happened in 1963, I think we could do this
What,
about
Kennedy
something that
being assassinated?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think we can hit the button for something that happened 45 minutes ago. It's still breaking news.
That's breaking news. Both are.
The Super Bowl favorites, the Los Angeles Rams, they got back into the mix. A blockbuster deal, first reported by Adam Schefter. NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, being traded to the Los Angeles Rams. From the Cleveland Browns to the Rams, the Browns are getting back Jared Verse, a 2027 first-round pick, and other picks that are still being finalized. We have yet to find out what the full return will be, but we do know that Myles Garrett, the sack champion of the NFL's very history, let's not forget he eclipsed that record despite it being a very, I don't want to call it mediocre, like an objectively terrible year for the Cleveland Browns. He broke the record, and now he's got a chance to win a championship with the Los Angeles Rams in L.A. The Super Bowl will be in L.A. Incredible deal right here that changes a lot of things for both franchises. Most importantly, because we'll get to the Browns of it all, I just want to look out west. And I just want to look at a team that already had one of the maybe 10 better defense, like their top 10 defense already last year. And they go out this offseason, and Les Snead, general manager, and Sean McVay, I'm sure that's stamped off on everything, traded for Trent McDuffie, all-pro corner.
Yeah, top 4 corner at right now, easy.
Highest paid in the NFL, because once they traded for him, they signed him to an extension unless somebody else came up after him. We'll have to see. Jalen Watson, another starter for the Kansas City Chiefs last year, who was, a Pro Bowl level corner, if you will. And then they go out and get the single best player in the NFL. Not offense, just the single best, most dominant player in the NFL, and that is Myles Garrett. The Rams are going to be a force to reckon with in the NFC. They watched the Seattle Seahawks get by them last year in the NFC Championship game by the skin of their teeth. They had to stand idly by as the Eagles did the same thing to them the year before in the NFC Championship. McVay, Snead, Stafford, everybody in that room is fed up. They said, we want to go get a guy. We remember what it was like to have Aaron Donald. Jared Verse is great. Aaron Donald is elite. They went and got a guy. And Myles Garrett is 30 years old. He is a force of nature off the edge. And he is going to be an absolute problem for those teams out of the NFC. That division itself, whew, like the Cardinals might as well just sim to the end of the season.
That's your preseason favorite for the top pick in the draft.
They sim to the end. Simulate the. Why would you show up if you have a Cardinals uniform on?
And they wasted their 3rd pick in the draft getting a running back, which does nothing to winning. Nothing.
By week 4, we're going to be talking about a Carson Beck-led offense. We're going to be talking about a team that is still going to have the same headlines resounding around their franchise about how they are not able to make the most out of this generational prospect in Marvin Harrison Jr. at the 3rd year, I believe now. How they're still trying to find a way to work him into the offense. Like, the Cardinals are going to be an absolute mess right now. I'm not sure how they're going to get fans.
They're the Raiders of last year. They're the Raiders of last year.
Precisely. Except the Raiders of last year, at the very least, weren't playing in the easily the best division in football. For the 3rd straight year, the best division in football has changed, and now it's the NFC West.
It was the NFC West last year too. You're wrong there.
Well, coming into the year, we didn't have the NFC. They became the best division in football.
Fair enough.
Coming into the year, we were back on the NFC North. So it's like the crown changes. We were NFC North all the way. The West went and stole it. And I think they're going to be a back-to-back champion of best division in the NFL. You're right. I'll give them that they got it. But coming into the season, remember, we were all talking about how we could have 4 10-win teams in the NFC North.
Yeah, and they were all close, too. A bunch of 9-8 teams there as well. But that NFC West is unbelievable because you get 3
contenders.
I like to I'm on the team that the 49ers are contenders when healthy, but when healthy is the big question mark. And the Rams, is there a winner in this trade?
Ooh. Great question.
It's got to be the Rams because the Rams have the most to gain from this. The Rams have actual hardware that they will gain from
all right, let's pump the brakes in for a second. The Rams are the winner of this trade if and when they win a Super Bowl with Myles Garrett. Anything short of a Super Bowl post making this transaction.
I actually don't even think, I mean, granted, yes, they're Super Bowl or bust, but it doesn't necessarily invalidate the trade, right? Like they were right there last year too. So it's not like they didn't sacrifice their future for this. They did not do that.
Here's the thing, because Myles Garrett is not going away anytime soon. He's 30 years old. He's got clearly in his prime.
So let's say 2 more years of his his true prime, healthy.
And you know why they can make this Myles Garrett deal and feel good about it is I know they just extended Stafford for another year, but they feel like they have a franchise quarterback who going into his third year is likely going to be starting for the first time, and he's going to be on a rookie deal. And all of these other guys that they got to pay, I think they're still going to be able to extend Myles Garrett, which I'm waiting to see what that news is going to be. There's a chance.
They're going to extend him? He just signed a contract.
I know. And he's going to restructure. And they're going to
restructure to make money for them. Or to get less than his cap hit?
He's going to sign a contract extension. You don't trade.
To restructure to make his cap hit less, correct?
Technically, yes, but he's going to get more money for it. They're extending him today. At some point later today or tomorrow, we're going to learn about the Myles Garrett extension.
Myles Garrett is under contract until 2030 as it stands right now. What are they going to extend him to when exactly?
2032? I don't know. They always do.
You got 5 years under contract, Theo.
When's the last time has a major deal gone down like this with a superstar in the NFL and the next move wasn't for them to also extend them? Even when they have years left, they always extend them when they make the deal.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. He's going to be a free agent in 2031. That's 2 presidents from now. I mean,
they'd be better off for not extending him. You're right, because I
don't know if they're hell bent on it because Myles Garrett makes plenty of money.
Well, that's also neither here nor there. Here's the thing, though. He's making $40 million a year. Will Anderson just got extended for $50 million a year.
Oh God, these defensive ends.
What happens?
They don't stop.
That's what happens.
I mean, if you're sitting there, do you want to win? You signed your fat contract last year. You want to keep signing the fat contract?
Yes.
Oh, these guys don't stop. Yes. These guys don't take a day off.
Well, the tax is a little higher in L.A.
These guys don't take a day off.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? If I'm Myles Garrett,
he can afford a house in L.A.
If I'm Myles Garrett, I'm knocking on the door of Les Snead. That's the gavel, but it also works.
What is he going to say? Is he going to hold out? He's going to get to a winning team for the first time in his career. He's going to hold out for a contract.
I'm not going to hold out. I'm just going to be like, hey, Les, tax is kind of high out here. I ain't even know about that.
They actually did him a favor by waiting until a lot of that cap hit lessened, and he got paid by Cleveland, and then they traded for him.
No, because remember Cleveland restructured in March.
Yeah, right. So a lot of that gets converted into a signing bonus. So he signs that with Cleveland. So all that money is Ohio taxes, and then he goes over to the.
Look, we're talking about the minutia of what deals are going to get paid out in what tax bracket or city.
The bottom line is the Rams. This is an excellent move. This is one of their better moves they've made. How many? They traded 2 first-rounders for McDuffie. Am I remembering that correctly?
It was a first rounder and a third rounder.
Oh, it's a first and a third rounder. Yeah. So they traded the first rounder for McDuffie, a first rounder, Jared Verse, and additional compensation, third rounder, something like that.
That's a great deal.
For Garrett. And I actually don't think the Browns didn't get rinsed here. What did the Browns want? They wanted 3 first-round picks, I guess. Do you want 3 first-round picks from a Super Bowl contending team, or do you want a player that is immediately good?
You know who's worth 2 first-round picks? Jared Verse.
Yeah, right. So, I don't necessarily think that's a terrible move unless they're so hell-bent on draft picks. I mean, they've drafted well. They've had a plethora of picks. They got so many guys on rookie deals.
It's a win-win. This is a win-win deal. This is, what deal this reminds me of?
They shouldn't have signed Garrett last year. They should not have done it. He should not have stayed there and then make a big fuss about he got his fancy sack record. Now you got to win and win games. All right. Doesn't matter if you have 18 sacks or 12 sacks. As long as the team is winning games, as long as you are impactful, we are happy.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett will be that. And that deal he signed with the Browns, that was before the start of last year, right?
Yes, it was last offseason.
Yeah, last offseason he signed. I'm telling you, watch. Look, it always happens. We'll ask Mike Tannenbaum. Mike Tannenbaum's joining us in about 10 or 15 minutes. Former NFL GM, current NFL front office insider for ESPN. I'll ask him how likely it is that he actually gets another restructuring or contract extension specifically from the Rams. And it seems to always happen. It seems to always happen. What I do know is this is definitively a win-win. I like what the Browns get on the other side because you get younger. You keep a top-tier edge in Jared Verse, so you don't feel like you immediately have to replace that production of Myles Garrett.
I mean, you don't need the production of Myles Garrett where they're at. His production didn't amount to anything.
Well, how many wins they got last year?
3? 4? 5? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Jared Verse isn't going to you're not going to slip. You're not going to have any win slippage.
My theory on edge is, first of all, I think it's a tremendously overvalued position.
That's crazy.
For the bulk of NFL teams. What I mean by that is edge is the position of the edge, and having a great edge is important in one position and one position only. It is only important if you are a great team already. If he walks into a great team, perfect. Fits in like a glove, everything works out. If you are a bad team, Myles Garrett will not make you good. If you are a okay team, Myles Garrett will likely not make you good.
Yeah.
If you're a good team, Myles Garrett could make you great. But if you're a great team, Myles Garrett makes you a Super Bowl champion.
I disagree. I think a good team could be made great or elite with a Myles Garrett level guy.
Parsons and the Packers is an example of that.
Yeah. But here's
the bottom line
is you can't win without a great pass rush.
6 teams in the NFL need edges. 6.
You can't win in the NFL, especially in the postseason, without a great pass rush. Like no team.
No doubt. As a collective, you do not need a $50 million pass rusher on the Cleveland Browns.
Well, yeah, if you can get a $10 million, like if you can have what Will Anderson was for the Texans over the past couple of years, you sign up for that every day.
I didn't think that was worth even that contract. I didn't think that was worth it.
No. Now going forward, it's going to be a little expensive. But again, the money is going to continue to bear itself out, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And in 3 years, Will Anderson's contract is going to look like a dwarf compared to something else.
I think it's a little overvalued of a position for the bulk of NFL teams because they do not correlate to winning. Offensive line,
they close games. You need a closer.
Defensive lines as a whole, offensive lines as a whole, and the quarterback. Those three and the coach. True. Those are the 4 most important parts of it.
That's not true.
You're
belittling. You're belittling the. Think about the great. All right, remember the Bills Chiefs, the last playoff game, Bills Chiefs, 2 years ago, where everybody focused on the fact that Josh Allen threw a semi-catchable ball to what was it? To Dalton Kincaid, I believe it was.
Are you talking about the play that was interception?
No, it fell down and hit the ground incomplete, and that was pretty much the end of the game. The reason I bring that up was all of that was created off of a pressure. Now, that pressure was more so because Trey McDuffie came off of the as a nickel.
All right, you ready for this? So these are the sack leaders.
You need closers, not sack leaders. Closers in the playoffs matter.
Well, fine. It's
Von Miller in the Super Bowl against the Panthers.
No doubt. And I believe that was Von Miller on a rookie deal. So let's get that out of the way.
Well, that's not. Okay.
Wasn't he drafted in 2011? I think he was. That was 2015 they won. So let's get that out of the way.
So it's always, you know what? It's always better if you're getting elite production on less money.
And then they paid him, and then they didn't get anything. And then they couldn't replace Manning. Point is, Myles Garrett led the pack in sacks. Brian Burns was second. It amounts to 0 wins. Danielle Hunter, I think, is tremendously underrated. So but the team
really good.
Couldn't do anything in the postseason. Aiden Hutchinson.
That was quarterback issue.
Everything else broke apart on the Lions. Aiden Hutchinson had 14 and a half sacks, played 17 games. He was the Lions were better when he was beat up and hurt last year.
Brandon Graham for the Eagles. You need a closer. You need closers.
Brandon Graham's an underrated player, but he's not necessarily somebody you're paying $50 million to.
Who's the edge rusher for the Eagles that killed the Chiefs a couple of years ago? You need closers in the playoffs.
Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. The interior is more important to me than the exterior, and that's an interior lineman. Nick Bonitto.
A dog.
Fine. Good player.
An absolute animal.
14 sacks.
Yes. The Broncos defense was elite.
Micah Parsons got hurt. He was very impactful in the time he was.
Crazy.
Josh Sweat for the Arizona Cardinals. Wow, what a season they had. He had 12 sacks.
All right, you're sorting by regular season stats. Think about, you're a big game guy.
Theo, I'm just saying, the funny part is, this doesn't even apply to the Rams. It applies to the Browns. The Browns did not need Garrett on the roster. Yeah, the Browns are rebuilding. The last thing a team that is not playoff contending needs is a great edge that they're paying a ton of money to.
It's a waste of money. It's like getting them running backs. It's like paying a lot of money to a running back.
It is a luxury position.
Yeah.
It is
No.
It is a cherry on top. It is not an impact towards winning position immediately. Yes, it's true.
Dog.
It's true. How many games Myles Garrett? Theo, we have a top 4 player as in the history of defensive ends who is in his prime, healthy, playing for the Browns. How many games did he win for them?
All right, so we're saying the same thing. The issue is, yes, Myles Garrett can't score you points, but he can close games for you. It's like having—
He can't close games. The game's not close to begin with.
Exactly. So, but to say that makes the position irrelevant would mean every position but quarterback is irrelevant in football. I'm not saying it makes the position irrelevant.
Every quarterback. But you're talking about the top paid. You're talking about the top paid players that are non-quarterbacks in the entire league.
Can we play a game?
What's the game?
You can't. No,
what's the game? What game are you playing?
In Saw, when he says you want to play a game, they don't get to ask what's the game. You just play the damn game.
What's the game? Play.
All right. We'll do a little either or. Which position impacts winning more?
Which position would I rather pay money to more? Let's do it that way.
All right. Let's start low. Let's start easy. Running back or edge rusher?
Edge rusher.
All right.
Running back is the bottom of the list.
How about this then? I'll move it up a little bit.
You agree with this?
Running back is as close to the bottom as you're going to get.
It is the bottom.
Of positions that people care about, running back is probably the closest to the bottom.
Would you rather pay an all-pro left tackle or an all-pro defensive end?
All-pro?
Yes.
Or best in the sport?
Dude, tomato. All-pro, all right? He's best in his position.
So we're going all the way to the top.
There's an answer to this. There's a correct answer to this question.
Can I go one by one here?
Fine, go ahead.
Wide receiver or edge rusher?
These are both tremendously overvalued positions. Paying $40 million to either one?
Talk to me,
dude.
Would you rather be the Vikings right now or the
Browns?
No, that's a bad. Don't answer that.
This is a tough
wide receiver.
That's a draw.
Or edge?
That's a draw. They're at the same level for me. Because they get paid the same amount of money.
Tight end or edge?
So am I paying top of the market value? So I'm paying $15, $20 million for a top tier tight end versus $45 million for a top tier defensive end?
Yeah, let's put that.
I'd rather pay the tight end.
All right. I see what you're doing there.
You see what I'm talking about. I'm not paying a tight end $40 million.
Now we've changed the goalpost. The question was what position impacts winning more, and now you're saying paying the top
winning
market.
More. Okay, fine.
Top market, okay.
Tight end.
Don't you dare.
It's close.
Don't you.
It's close.
Who's the best two tight ends in the NFL right now?
It's close.
Who are the best two tight ends in the NFL right now?
It's edge rusher by a hair. It's edge rusher by a hair.
Hell out of here.
Thinking of Michael Strahan.
This is crazy.
It's not crazy.
Trey McBride and Brock Bowers, how many wins did they have collectively last year?
How many wins did Myles Garrett have last year? It doesn't matter. My bad. My bad. It doesn't matter.
All right. How about this one? Safety or edge rush?
Great.
You shouldn't have to think about that long.
Yeah, I would pay corner before I paid edge rusher.
Okay, you pay a corner over edge rusher.
Yeah, not safety, but I'd pay corner before.
So if you were a team today and you were on the brink of contention and you had a choice between Pat Surtain or Myles Garrett.
Surtain.
Oh, okay.
Surtain at what is he probably making? $27-30 million?
No, they're making about 40 as well these days.
No, they're not.
What was the? Oh, they're like 35 million.
35 might be heavy. I think it's about 30. I could be wrong.
Surtain is making about 35. We'll look up his contract. This is ridiculous to me. I cannot believe you're devaluing the closer, an edge rusher, a guy that can create pressure, a guy that is going to make.
Top paid one is $30 million flat. Sign me up.
Trey McDuffie?
No.
Who?
Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
Sauce. He did get the extension. Wow. I stand corrected.
I'm just saying that. I'm doing it off of value of finance. The amount of cap. The amount of cap allocated to said position.
Fullback or edge rusher?
Fullback or edge rusher? Do I even have a fullback in my offense?
Patrick
Ricard impacts winning, whether you want to admit it or not.
You got to pay top of the market.
We asked 32 coaches. We're going to get 20 yeses from Ricard. You check, we're going to get 20 yeses.
So apparently the Browns screwed everything up because they overpaid for a guy named Myles Garrett.
I would never do it. I would never do it unless I was a very rare. Max Crosby, the Raiders never should have paid. It's just I would never have done it. I actually think the Bengals didn't do a bad job by not paying Trey Hendrickson. You don't pay that position unless you are great and ready to take that next step.
You don't have to already be great. Good teams need edge rushers. Good teams need to be able to create a pass
Average
rush.
Teams do not need edge rushers.
Average teams don't. But average teams, there's no one player you're going to bring in on an average team and be good.
You know what's more valuable to me? I would rather pay a top-tier interior lineman than a top-tier edge. Not even close. Even close.
Why?
It's about half the price for just as much production.
It's not half the price. Do you see what they paid Linderbaum now? It was like
interior defensive lineman. Not interior lineman.
Interior defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman.
I do like
interior
interior
making about $22-25 million a year, give or take.
I appreciate those. I appreciate those teams that invest into the spine.
I'd rather have
the
Jordan
defense.
Davis and Jalen Carter combined probably make as much as Myles Garrett.
Come on. I can't believe it.
I'm all good. I would never pay it.
Colin Russo is out on the Cleveland Browns, or excuse me,
on him being for the Rams because he's in the exact position that edge rushers need to be in. But the Browns, they were wasting dollars. They were wasting away time.
They were wasting time.
Mr. Cleveland, whatever you want to say, he should have been out of there years ago.
Edge rusher is still a top 4 or 5 position in sports in NFL.
Nonsense.
Quarterback
any
is
position
one.
on the offensive
left
line.
Tackle.
Interior defensive line.
No. Quarterback, left tackle or right tackle, depending on your lead tackle.
Not even consideration. I would say offensive line is a
corner
whole.
is right there, and D end and wide receiver are right there as well.
I would say
look at how teams value and look how teams pay them. And who's smarter, Colin Russo and Theo Dorsey, or the NFL teams that draft and pay these guys at a high clip?
You know what, Theo? How many bad edge contracts are there? Want to go through this?
Not that many.
You want to go through this? Hold on, give me a second.
We'll do this. Mike Tannenbaum's coming in.
Before we loop in the general manager. TJ Watt, was that a great contract? How many games did he win? How many playoff games they win?
I mean, he had no quarterback.
Oh, he had no quarterback, right. Myles Garrett, how many games they win? $40 million a year.
He's on the Browns.
Aiden Hutchinson's making $45 million a year.
And he's doing really well for the Lions. He was just injured for a year.
They must surely won a ton of games last year when he played 17 games.
Well, I mean, he had some banged up offensive line issues. And
Max Crosby making $35.5 million a year. Surely.
Well, the Raiders suck. That's not. That's
the Raiders
not fair.
stink.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa, ever since they signed him, I'd make an argument they were better after they signed him than before. I know he hasn't been healthy. Let's call it like we see it.
You're nitpicking right
I'm
now.
I'm going 1 through 7, 8.
Go to Neil Hunter. Go to Neil Hunter. Go Will Anderson. You know.
Well, yeah. Will Anderson is not up here yet because it's an extension.
Yeah.
Danielle Hunter 35 and sick, but he has a savvy contract because he only signs like 1-year deals.
I'm out.
Where's Mike Tannenbaum?
Mike Tannenbaum's coming in on the other side on the Baptist Health Hotline. 888-760-3776. Winners or losers for the Rams and Browns deal. I'm going to tell y'all, I have a huge loser for this deal. I'll give y'all on the other side. It's not one of the teams. It's one of the players. 888-760-3776. That is the number for the Baptist Health Hotline. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. So get back to the life and the activities that you love. And learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. Mike T is on the other side. He and I will both shoot down your argument that edge rush is overvalued.
The Browns official package, Jared Verse, a first-round pick, right? In 2027, a 2028 second-round pick, and a 2029 third-round.
It's a really good deal. That's a great haul.
No problem.
We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing. American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Listen live for all of your Inter Miami coverage, including play-by-play, weekly shows, and all the latest on the Herons. If it's Inter Miami, it's on ESPN 106.3. Listen on the ESPN South Florida app or stream it on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay connected with Inter Miami anytime, anywhere. Presented by Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sport. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Prayers up for my guy, Jared Verse. He woke up on a contender in Los Angeles. He is now currently in conversations with his moving company about what it looks like to get from Cali to Ohio as he's heading out to
He's from Dayton.
Cleveland.
Be fair. He's from Dayton.
It's fine. Okay, because you're from an area, does that mean that you cannot appreciate another area a little bit more? Appreciate another situation just a tad bit more? Colin.
He's from Dayton.
Colin, by the way, you're not even on the YouTube. You can't even see. People can't even see you. People are watching us digitally. They're like, why is Mike Tannenbaum sitting there quietly sitting and I'm hearing a voice here? Colin Russo's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Mike T is in the house. And Mike Tannenbaum, where are you from originally, Mike T?
Born in New York and grew up in Boston.
Okay, you're born in New York, grew up in Boston, so I guess that's a little different. I was hoping you would say you were from a small town or maybe like the Midwest. Would you objectively agree that being in Los Angeles and playing for the Rams is probably better for an NFL player than being in Cleveland and playing for the Browns?
I think the worst day of the year being a Ram is better than the best day than being a Brown in Cleveland.
I think it just is. I mean, even if you're losing with the Rams, it's like you still get to wake up to those palm trees and you still get to walk out into the weather.
Except when you get the tax bill. Beyond that, I totally agree.
That's one thing that we were talking about earlier. Like I know everybody's been looking at this whole June 1st thing, and the reason why this news was broken today is because it's June 1st deadline, the new league year. I think the deal's not going to be official until after 4 p.m. and all of the different minutia of it all. Earlier, Colin and I were trying to figure out, okay, so which part of Garrett's contract is going to get hit with the Cleveland tax and which part is going to get with the LA tax? Like that's what we want to know. How much money is he losing in this deal for Myles Garrett?
Yeah, well, this is where, I'm sure his agent has already talked to the Rams about making an adjustment on the contract because I'm going to be out of pocket this amount of money, and I want, a little bit of a transfer tax here. If you want me to play, I'm sure we can work it out. I just need, a little help with the taxes.
That's what I was wondering. We were talking, like, usually when you see major NFL players traded, blockbuster deals, you soon thereafter learn about some kind of contract extension. Is that what we're anticipating? Is it going to be a restructuring or an extension? Like, what is that going to look like? Are they adding years to his contract or just moving some of the money around?
Yeah, I don't think they'll have to do much. He's the highest paid, and he should be, defensive end. So maybe they'll move some money around. Maybe they'll guarantee a couple of dollars, but that'll get worked out. I just tweeted, what's interesting to me is Jared Verse now, after this year, that'll be 3 years. He'll be extension eligible. So now, if you're the Browns, you have a one next year, a second round pick in 2028 and a third in 2029. Boy, if I'm Todd Monken though, Theo, I got to tell you, like, I'd rather have Myles Garrett. You're trying to establish yourself. You've worked your whole life to be a head coach. And it's going to be tough sledding. There are some good players on the Browns. It's not totally empty, but gosh, like, it's going to be hard to win games without Myles Garrett.
And with Monken being a new head coach going into year one there, I know what you're saying is likely true. Any head coach in their right mind would rather have Myles Garrett than a player of lesser caliber and a bunch of future picks. How much say do you think he gets in this deal getting done? And if he doesn't get any say in it, does this help give him a longer leash? Because the Cleveland Browns clearly made a front office-led decision to, extend the rope a little bit there.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Like, one of the conversations you have to have between ownership, coaching, and front office is like, look, what are reasonable expectations? Like, this may be good for us for the next 5, 6, 7 years, but how many games are going to win this year? And to me, I would be trying to develop Shedeur Sanders. I don't think Dylan Gabriel has the frame to ever be a frontline starter. I just don't know what, Deshaun Watson has left, if anything. So to me, I want to make sure all three of us are aligned on what reasonable expectations are.
That's the Cleveland Browns of it all. The LA Rams of it all is that last year they had one of the top offenses in the league, a top 10 defense by most measures, and they lost. They were a player too short of making it to the Super Bowl. So this offseason, they bring in 2 new starting cornerbacks, an all-pro and a Pro Bowler, in Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie. They bring in now the best player in football in Myles Garrett off the edge. Like, the new look Rams, what are your expectations for them going forward? Because it feels like they have no real weaknesses.
Yeah, I just tweeted this. Like, you think about one of the best off seasons we've ever seen. Like you said, McDuffie, one of the best corners. Garrett, one of the best, if not the best, defensive end. May have gotten your quarterback of the future in Ty Simpson. And when you talk about the best players at the position, they may have the best quarterback in Stafford. They may have the best receiver in Nakua. They have certainly the best pass rusher in Garrett. They have arguably the best corner in McDuffie. This team to me is clearly the best team in the NFL.
They're clearly the best, but they're also in clearly the most, I would say, fierce division, probably the toughest division, the division with the most expectations on it in the NFL. How do the Seattle Seahawks, defending champs, the San Francisco 49ers, a team that's been bounced in the NFC Championship a couple of times and made the Super Bowl, how do they respond to something like this? Because clearly now they're in a battle for second place now.
Yeah. Now, remember last year, the Seahawks played the Rams 3 times. 3 games were separated by 7 points. So if you look at it and say, hey, look, Seattle could get better another year with Sam Darnold, but that team just got the best player, arguably the best non-quarterback in the NFL in Myles Garrett. If I'm the 49ers, if I'm the Seahawks, I just got to say, hey, we believe in what we have. And from the 49 perspective, they're going to get back a lot of injured players, so they should be better. But I think clearly on paper, Theo, heading into the season, it's the Rams and then draw a line.
So the deal that just came down the line about an hour ago, Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns to the Los Angeles Rams. The Browns get back a 2027 first, a 28 third, and a 29 second, something like that, future draft compensation. But most importantly, they get Jared Verse, the edge rusher for the Rams. The Browns are in rebuilding mode. The Rams are in contention mode. There's another player, though, Mike T., that is expected to be dealt soon. Colin and I got into a little bit of a back and forth because he's not as big on the edge rusher position these days in the NFL. He thinks it's a little bit overvalued. From your perspective, though, a Myles Garrett trade or the potential A.J. Brown trade that we're learning is likely going to happen to the New England Patriots, which of those two impacts winning more for the franchise that takes them on?
I got to go with Myles Garrett. I just he's that dominant. Look, if that other trade works out, heck of a player, taking nothing away from A.J. Brown. But Myles Garrett, to me, the axiom is you want to pass the score, you want fourth quarter pass rushers. The Rams are going to put up points. They're going to be able to close out games. By the way, they also have Colby Turner, Byron Young, Braden Fisk, but they got Myles Garrett, who's going to either close out games or get double teamed on every snap. So I think he's such a dominant player. I just can't imagine if you're Matt Stafford and you're sitting there and we got one more chance to win this thing and he could wave his magic wand and say, I could have A.J. Brown, I could have Myles Garrett, I could have any player in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not so sure he would have taken Myles Garrett.
Yeah, because quarterbacks like a good closer. They want to know if I get this lead, you'll be able to protect it, and we can walk out of here with the win.
Completely agree.
So with that being said, there was a compelling argument being made where Colin was bringing up the highest paid pass rushers, and he was trying to factor out whether or not the amount of money they're being paid is actually correlating to wins for the teams they play for. Because you look at the Max Crosbys of the world, the Myles Garretts while he was on the Browns. You look at a couple of the other guys that are near the top of the list. Colin, what your argument for pro or anti-edge rusher
Mike,
here?
how you doing? TJ Watt is another one I'd throw out there. Nick Bosa, you make the argument San Francisco is more successful before they paid him. I know that was a lot of injuries that goes into it. Aiden Hutchinson played 17 games last year, had a good year for his standards, for an edge rusher standards, but they did not win games. I just think Trey Hendrickson, I actually thought Cincinnati made the right move by letting him walk. I just think paying somebody $40 million, I just think for the amount of dollars that are attached to the position versus what you get out of it, Myles Garrett right now is in a perfect situation. A great team that needs sort of the cherry on top, the perfect guy to close the game, as you said. I don't necessarily think Myles Garrett on a bad team, Myles Garrett even on an average team really does anybody any good. That's my talk.
Yeah, no, I understand your point, but look, you're still going to need pass rushers to close out games. And if you have to pay a guy $10, $15 million more, again, context is everything, guys. Salary cap's going to be $300 million, right? So if the three of us were running Team X and we could go get Myles Garrett and we really wanted to pay somebody 25, not 40, I would tell you guys, let's go find $15 million on a $300 million cap. Like that, we should be able to do that. And some of those other guys you mentioned, be it Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, like I think those problems had nothing to do with Hendrickson or what.
Yeah, I think that a context is needed in those as well. And the 49ers got bit by the injury bug. I understand why Colin is more adverse to paying these guys top of the market money. But when I look at a guy like Myles Garrett on a roster like the Rams, and even if it was a more middling, I'm trying to think of like an above average team right now in the NFL that can use a guy like that. Like it's something that you got a game plan for. And that's more than what you can say for a, replacement level player at that same position. Mike Tannenbaum joining us here on Theoretically Speaking. You got a lot of activity happening behind you there. Are you like in some kind of royal estate? What is going on?
No. We're away for the night, and my wife was trying to do everything to stay off camera.
It's funny because if you're watching us on the YouTube stream at ESPN South Florida, she tried everything to stay off camera, but because she was on camera, I could not ignore it. I'm like, who is that crawling behind Mike?
Yeah.
But Mike T, man, when you look at the state of the NFL today and you look at the teams at the top and then you look at the teams near the bottom, who do you think is now most likely to get the number one overall pick? Because one of my number one takeaways from this is the Arizona Cardinals got to be looking themselves in the mirror and saying, actually, I don't believe in myself. Actually, I'm not sure if we can step on the same field.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was thinking the same thing. You think about the NBA just went through that, everything changing, right? With they don't want teams to tank. And you think about Arizona, Cleveland. Look, I think Jeff Hafley is going to be really good, but clearly Miami was trying to do everything they could to get rid of good players this year. There is, to me, a little bit of a race to the bottom. And if you're Cleveland, you are well armed. Look at the Jets, right? The Jets have 3-1s, but on paper, they're probably better than the Browns right now. And, be it Arch Manning, like we'll see. I mean, we're a million miles away to see which of these quarterbacks actually emerge, Theo. But I was thinking the same thing. Like, typically we're going to be talking about, Seattle, San Francisco, who's best. But I think there's going to be a really fun conversation when we get to the fall about who's, in line for the best, to get the best quarterback next year.
I think that race for 0-17 is going to get very interesting because, and again, not that these teams can't sneak their way into a win, but if a few of them start 0-9, 0-10, they're going to be looking across the league, looking at college football, seeing whichever shiny new quarterback has their eye, and they're going to be like, well, you know what? Maybe it's time you take a little rest, Jacoby Brissett. Let's see what Carson Beck has in the tank. Like, I can envision that happening already, similar to what we've seen in the NBA. But lastly here, before I let you go, given us knowing that coming into the season and knowing that there's at least 5 prime suspects to do this, would the NFL ever consider putting any kind of rule change to the to prevent tanking?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Theo. I think we could see that one day, and maybe it's like in tiers, like if you're 1 through 5, it may be the best record of 1 through 5. Like, I always think the NFL will be about meritocracy. So I think at some point we could get there. I think it's a really interesting point and something a lot of people I think will talk about as we get into the season.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that shapes out. And Mike T, I appreciate your time here on Theoretically Speaking. We'll let you get back to it. And I want to say, by the way, you're technically a Palm Beach County resident, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you know I'm the fastest man in Palm Beach County, by the way?
I'm not surprised.
All right, exactly. That's my guy, Mike T. I'm glad that he can appreciate greatness. Mike T, thanks, and we'll tap in with you next week.
All right, thank you.
That is our guy, Mike Tannenbaum, ESPN NFL insider, and another man who recognizes greatness as he's, I'm not going to let go of this because it's the best title I have to this date. I am the fastest man in Palm Beach County. I earned that title over the weekend, and you're going to continue to hear about it until somebody dethrones me. Colin Russo. Feel even more reinvigorated about your edge rusher take? You feel good about that?
I mean, fine. They still pay. The bottom line is, I understand Mike's point. It had nothing to do with them, and maybe paying if the player's that great, then maybe you don't. What's the point in paying them $10 million or $10 million more if you want to keep the player around?
Yeah,
I understand. There's a lot of unsung or unwritten things about keeping the player happy, keeping the locker room steady, keeping the a lot of these edge rushers are big personalities. I understand all of that. My position is you thinking of a team that like an above average team that needs sort of an edge rusher. The Baltimore Ravens are a good example of that.
That'd be perfect.
But they had got Hendrickson and they signed him to a relatively like a $30-some-odd million deal, but not a lot of years. So if they didn't sign him to some record-breaking contract.
That's because he's Trey Hendrickson, though. No disrespect to the FAU, but he's not.
He's not an all-around great player.
There's a reason why his own team wouldn't pay him as much as.
But my point being is that there's a lot of these guys that have these fat contracts, and a lot of them haven't necessarily changed the fabric of their team.
Yeah.
It is a coach league, it is a quarterback league,
yes,
and it is an offensive line league until further notice.
Okay. But the thing is, there's 5 offensive linemen. There's 1 edge rusher that can transform your whole defense.
I would rather take that $50 million that's allocated towards Myles Garrett and get 3 great offensive linemen.
You're not getting 3 great offensive.
What center, giving a center $15 to $17 million.
Center's going to get you 20. He's going to bring you 20 for a good one.
A guard will give you 15.
15. That's
and a tackle will make about 25.
Not a very good tackle. Is that 50? That's more than 50. That's like 60 something.
All right.
Yeah, well, math ain't math, and Colin.
How about this? A first-round guard, no, a second-round guard, make about $7-8 million. They get a top-tier center that you pay for, a top-tier tackle that is drafted high in the draft, and then another one that you pay for.
This is ridiculous. And you know what you would do? You would end up just like Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, trading away Micah Parsons and immediately being like, "Hey, we need an edge rusher. We need an edge rusher here. I don't want to pay Micah Parsons top of the market. Let's get rid of him." And I think we're now an edge rusher away.
Listen, I think the Packers made a great trade there because the Packers were in a position to benefit off of Micah Parsons.
You know who else was? The Dallas Cowboys.
They didn't want to pay him.
I know, and look at where they're at now. You know who else? You know who was in the market for Myles Garrett?
Hold on, the Packers.
You want to know what teams were in the market for Myles Garrett?
Let's be honest for a second. It's not like the Packers are running through the have butterflies on their finger running through the daisies. Let's calm down for a second.
Injury bug. They lost their number 1 target
because
on
they
offense.
got too many guys. They got too much money allocating too many guys. Seattle's a good example of this. Seattle has got so many guys. They nickeled and dimed their way to building a great, conclusive defense.
That's true.
Leonard Williams. They got a bunch of different Ernest Young.
Oh, wow. Look at this guy dissecting the Super Bowl champions. Of course, I'm going to agree with you that they're really good and they built a good team.
How many great edge rushers do the Patriots have?
Not enough. Yeah, and guess what? Nobody's projecting them to make it back to the Super Bowl.
They make it? They made it there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. If everybody could have played a snow globe game against Jarrett Stidham and a barf all over yourself game against CJ Stroud.
If I'm the Houston Texans, I got 2 great edge rushers. Surely I must win the game.
All right.
Surely.
That's why. So guess who's not paid right now, and guess who is?
The quarterback.
Guess who's
coach.
not? Guess no. Who did the Texans look at and say you deserve the money and you don't?
And let's see if it works. I'm not saying CJ Stroud's worth the money. I am not saying that. But I am. Let's see.
We're going to see a lot of things. What we don't have to wait and see is the value of EDS air conditioning and plumbing. You ain't got to see it because you can feel it. You could feel it if you walked into the Dorsey abode today, which I will do in a couple of hours here. I'll walk into my front door. I will feel that gust of air hit me, and I'll forget. I get amnesia. I forget just how smoking hot it is outside and how humid it is outside when I walk into my easy breezy EDS air conditioning and plumbing home. EDSisyes.com. That's how you can get if you want to feel like I feel when I walk inside, EDSisyes.com. They're trusted in Palm Beach County. They have been servicing this area for 2 decades, 20 years. They've been doing it since Wade and Shaq hung a banner from what was then American Airlines Arena. EDSisyes.com. They are the ones to go to. They are trained comfort specialists. It's hard to stop a train when it comes to repairs, when it comes to preventative care. I have the gold plan. You should get it as well. 2 check-ins every year. Perfect. EDSisyes.com. On the other side, we do have to get to my second biggest joy of the weekend. I was crowned fastest man in Palm Beach County. That's cool. But also, the basketball world was saved by an alien from France. We discussed that on the other side. That's Colin Russo. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Water spots on the shower door again.
He sprayed, he scrubbed, he squeegeed.
What? Is that a word?
He's tried pretending not to see it.
Didn't work.
Now he wants answers.
I'm calling Culligan. They'll test my water for free and recommend a solution to fix hard water throughout the whole house.
Because some battles shouldn't be fought alone.
Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida.
Hey, Culligan man!
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine, the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor, made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
For over 40 years, Ronald McDonald House of South Florida has supported families like Kayla's.
Without the Ronald McDonald House, we couldn't continue with Kayla's medical treatment.
We are now building a new, larger house to accommodate almost twice as many families each year.
It's a peace of mind knowing we have a place to stay without worrying about costs.
Help us build this new home by visiting rmhcsouthflorida.org.
Calling all mentors, big brothers, big sisters of Palm Beach and Martin County is seeking volunteers to become mentors and make a lasting impact in a child's life. We offer flexible and fulfilling volunteer opportunities plus ongoing free activities each month. If you have time to give, we currently have little brothers waiting to be matched with a mentor like you. Visit mentorbig.org to begin your journey with us. It takes little to be big.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Yair Holtzman, partner and leader of Anshin's Research and Development Tax Credits Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act restored full expensing of domestic research and development expenditures, allowing businesses to deduct qualifying costs immediately or choose among different tax treatments. Beginning with tax years after December 31st, 2024, special elections for small businesses can be applied retroactively. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help businesses develop a proactive tax plan, identify qualified activities and expenses, and optimize cash flow and tax benefits. If your business is investing in U.S.-based R&D and looking to maximize incentives while remaining compliant with tax law, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $879 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? products. At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
So let it rip.
Are in Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube. Here's Theo Dorsey.
I found it. One of the more hilarious posts regarding the NBA Finals stage, Spurs v. Knicks, which tips off not tonight, not tomorrow night, but June 3rd, a Wednesday night in San Antonio. Thanks to the Spurs doing the Lord's work. The Spurs, ooh-wee! That was a great Game 7. Loved every bit of it. This is hilarious right here. So ESPN, NBA on ESPN made a post talking about how the 23-year-old Tim Duncan season and the 22-year-old Victor Wembanyama season in the postseason are identical runs. Take a trip back with me, 1999, when the Spurs won their first title. The first round, the Spurs beat the Wolves 3-1. 2026, well, Wemby and the Spurs beat the Wolves 4-2. That lines up. That's a box checked. How about round 2? What a coinky dink. In 1999, the Spurs swept the Blazers actually 4-0. In 2026, Wemby and the Spurs, even after he missed a game there, beat the Blazers 4-1. Check. Now, here it is in the Western Conference Finals. Colin, I'm going to need you to take a couple of stabs at this one because this is where the post gets hilarious. In the 1999 Western Conference Finals, the Spurs swept the Los Angeles Lakers. There's only one tie that keeps Wemby's run and Tim Duncan's run connected here. We get it. The first 2 rounds, Wolves, Blazers, that's the same. Third round, it's Lakers v. Spurs. And in this third round for the Wemby Spurs, it was obviously the Thunder. There's one tie to both of those teams. Do you know what it is?
No.
Tim Duncan took down an all-NBA big man. His name was Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, yes.
Victor Wembanyama did the same thing, apparently. And Chet Holmgren.
I do.
The graphic.
The same Chet Holmgren that's in trade rumors right now?
The graphic the comp is showing a picture of Shaq next to Chet Holmgren. Like, again, yes, they beat the Wolves. Yes, they beat the Blazers. Oh, and they beat an all-NBA big man. Chet Holmgren, who, by the way, he took 2 more shots than I did. He made 1 more shot than I did, and I had a better plus-minus. I don't know what the Oklahoma City Thunder should do with Chet Holmgren going forward. I do know that it is now a decision that they do have to make. They have to come together at a round table. Everybody get involved. Presti, come on down. Dagnall, get involved. Hey, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, come on in. Let's talk about this. What the hell do we do with this big 7'1" dude who is pretty much useless against the Spurs, but really good against everybody else?
Do you trade him? His stock is never going to be lower.
You can't trade him right now, but I don't know if you can extend him at any point.
Wait, he's got an extension.
Well, I mean, oh, damn, he did. Was that last year?
Yeah, he's got an extension that kicks in this offseason.
When can you trade him is the question.
Let me check his contract. I know he has an extension. I think he kicks in this year.
I don't want to get ahead of myself. Chet Holmgren is still an extremely valuable basketball player. He's 7'1". He's everything that Wemby is, but worse. He has a lot of Wemby characteristics, but worse. Wemby became the first ever unanimous defensive player of the year. Guess who was second place? Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, his cap hit next year and his average salary turns out to be $41 million and 44, 47, 51, 54 for the next 5 years.
You're not going to get market value for Chet Holmgren today. You're not going to get market value for him until we get like a plethora of examples of him being better, right? But what you could do is package him with something else because the Thunder are going to have to make some kind of resetting move anyway because you got to figure out what you're doing with Lou Dort. You got to figure out what you're doing with the contracts of guys like Jalen Williams as well. You're going to be over that second apron. ownership. We don't know just how much of an appetite they're going to have to be spending the billions of dollars it'll feel like when you're hitting the second apron and getting over the luxury tax. Like, I don't care about all of that stuff. It's way over my head. What I do know is you have an extremely big personnel problem because a guy that's supposed to be in your big three shrinks when he plays against Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, the Thunder are in a precarious position for a couple of reasons. I think you hit something correctly for the most part, but the first part of a problem is addressing that there is a problem. Are we at the point where there is a problem with the Thunder?
Yes.
Even with
Wemby,
they were taken to 7 games.
Yeah.
They lost 7 games at home. It was a close game, and they were down 2 starters.
The issue is you're going to be paying that guy way too much. If he's not mentally
I agree.
equipped,
the contract is entirely too much. They did a bad contract.
Yeah.
They need to get out, in my opinion. They need
but he's
to get
great
out
against other teams,
They
though.
need to get out again of one of those max contracts that they gave out of Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. They need to get away from one of them.
Who's more replaceable?
My opinion, I think it's Jalen Williams.
Exactly. I agree. But the issue is every single time you have this 60-win season and you sweep your way through the first round and you sweep your way through the second round,
It
there's gonna be
validates
another
everything you've
team.
done. It's hard to move off that.
But then there's going to be that team, the San Antonio Spurs, and there's going to be that guy, Victor Wembanyama, who gets absolutely charged up like a Super Saiyan at the very mention of Chet's name. Like, that's an issue. If your ultimate goal is to become a dynasty, if your ultimate goal is to win championships in this league, it is absolutely an issue that one of your best 3 players shrinks at the very sight of Victor Wembanyama. And you know who would love to see Wemby stay in a Thunder uniform? Or excuse me, to see Chet stay in a Thunder uniform, and that is Wemby, who is now taking his talents to the NBA Finals. It's Knicks v. Spurs. We're partying like it's 1999 in the NBA, and thank God, because I don't know if I would have been able to withstand a series of another series of the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got to figure some of that stuff out. It is at times not watchable, even though I will say games 6 and 7, probably 2 of the better full games I've seen from the Thunder in their last 2 playoff runs. Most ethical ball I saw out of it. The most ethical place to go and watch all of the great sporting events going on all at once right now. You got some tennis, you got some basketball, you got some hockey. Stuffy Sports Grill. Duffy'sMVP.com. Duffy'sMVP.com. Pull up wall-to-wall sports, television screens, in all of these locations. They have you covered. Duffy'sMVP.com. Pull up and get in on the action. They have award-winning burgers and jumbo wings tossed in all of the favorite sauces you can name. You name it, they likely have it when it comes to the sauces to toss those wings in. They also have this little thing I like to call 2-for-1 drinks. You want to know why I call it that? It's because that's what it is. It's 2-for-1 drink. It's not a happy hour. It's not a special. It's just the way that Duffy Sports Grill rolls. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. I don't care which Duffy's location you go to. If they're open, you get the 2-for-1 drinks. Pick your favorite drink. They got you covered. Duffy'sMVP.com. Duffy'sMVP.com for all of your sports watching and grubbing pleasure. Duffy'sMVP.com. At Duffy's, our game is always on. The blockbuster trade of the day, Myles Garrett to the Rams. We're still in wait-and-see mode to see if A.J. Brown is dealt from the Eagles to the Patriots. We address more as it comes in on the other side in the happy hour. That is Colin Russo. I am Theo Dorsey. Tina's coming up. It's Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com. pbhnphysiciangroup.com to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Mega Bash at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is the biggest 4th of July party in Jupiter. There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than enjoying 2 special baseball games on July 3rd and July 4th. Both games begin at 6 p.m., featuring the Mega Kids Inflatable Area and the biggest fireworks show of the season. Tickets start at just $8. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to purchase your Mega Bash tickets today.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, We know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Listen live for all of your Inter Miami coverage, including play-by-play, weekly shows, and all the latest on the Herons. If it's Inter Miami, it's on ESPN 1063. Listen on the ESPN South Florida app or stream it on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay connected with Inter Miami anytime, anywhere. Presented by Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE today.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow, who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing, American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor, made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man can smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. It is Emotion Monday. It is June the 6th. Remember, good people, it is hurricane season. We're also about 10 days out from the start of the FIFA World Cup. We also are 2 days out from the start of the NBA Finals, 1 day out from the start of Love Island USA. And tonight will be like my last night of just like a little bit more rest and relaxation before just everything absolutely ramps up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had a action-packed Wednesday. I got this new thing that I'm doing. I'm dedicating myself to it starting in June and going forward. I will actually be journaling. I will actually be journaling at night. I'll be writing the stuff down, the events of the day. And I'm doing this but keep literally forgetting what happened, especially on weekends. It's most important on the weekends. Weekdays, I'm good. Weekends, they go by in a blur, and it's always so much stuff. So I'm doing a little journaling. And you know what I'm going to write tonight? When I do my journal for Emotion Monday, I'll put, hey, Myles Garrett got traded from the Browns to the LA Rams. What a day. Colin Russo's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Tina is in for the happy hour. And, man, Tina, it is great to see you. It is great. And honestly, you better watch out because Tina and I are in the same studio right now. We're, 15 feet apart at this table? And I can get there in a blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm the fastest man in Palm Beach County.
How many times have you said that so far?
Not enough.
On the air.
Not enough times. Honestly, if you are the fastest man in a given county, which, by the way, I'm not sure if y'all knew this, fun fact, largest county in the Sunshine State, Palm Beach County, when you are bestowed such a title, could you ever overstate it? That's the question.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's cool. You know, didn't expect to get any love on this show. Didn't expect people to feel me. But yes, if you're just now tuning in, you know, so over the weekend, there was a bevy of events that I was blessed to be part of. I was able to MC for the Chamber of Commerce of Palm Beach County, the Business Awards for 2026. We also Saturday morning at Roosevelt Middle School, the Urban League of Palm Beach County's Young Professionals put on a magnificent event, which was titled the second annual Fastest Kid in Palm Beach County. Now, the beauty of this event, Tina, and you know all about it, is they 4 kids walked away with laptops.
I saw that.
The fastest boy and the fastest girl in both middle school and elementary school. 4 different kids all walked away with laptops for winning. And we did these races, 100-meter dashes for them. It was exciting. The kids were running. They're moving. They're not on their iPads. They're on their feet. Great time. I also was able to MC that event, which was fun.
Yes.
A lot of talking through the weekend. Once we wrapped up the kids' races at the fastest kid in Palm Beach County, there was then the adult race.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm modest. I'm a cool guy. Chill. Many people will say I'm humble. So many people say that. Wouldn't you tell people that? Like you would say,
I
Theo's kind of
would
humble.
say that.
Humble guy. Colin, do you feel I'm a humble guy?
No.
Okay. All right. It's fine. It's fine.
What?
Didn't expect him to agree
Nobody
with me.
calls himself the fastest man in a county of people of millions. Saying
Not millions, 1.4.
Goes around, you know, Mr.
He did.
I won the
He
award.
can say it because he did win a race.
Yeah, I'm not
this
claiming.
weekend.
I'm not claiming something.
Yes.
What are you claiming by saying that you're the fastest man in Palm Beach County?
There was a race.
There was a race, the fastest man in Palm Beach County. There was a woman race too, Lucy. Lucy won the fastest woman in Palm Beach County. And I'm sure she's telling people about it today as well.
Is it in her Instagram bio?
I don't follow Lucy on Instagram. But I'm sure if I did follow her, I would expect it to be in her Instagram bio. It's in my bio right now because I am, you know, this is the thing. Can I just, let me put
Sad music.
This isn't sad. It's more so just theory, thoughtful music, you know? Does that sound so sad?
It's mysterious.
It's a little mysterious.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get the cocktail of the day too soon,
Okay.
so we'll move off this. What I want to say is I'm in a mode right now in my life. I appreciate all of the wins. Small wins, big wins, colossal wins, fastest man in Palm Beach County wins.
You should celebrate all the wins,
Exactly.
big or small.
Exactly. I pulled 2 of the most prolific espresso shots out of my new coffee machine this morning. If there was a competition for best barista, and I would try out at least. If I win, I will be telling you all about it the next day. That's how I feel. Yesterday, I didn't even finish the week. Yesterday, we did a 9 to 5. We did a 9 to 5 birthing class
Okay.
at the downtown Marriott out here. And it was an electric experience. And I didn't win anything, but
Are you going to win it when your wife is in labor?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to win it. Oh, man, I know all of the stuff. All of the things that you can possibly think about. Did y'all know, if you had to guess?
Me and Colin probably don't know.
No. This is a numbers thing. If y'all had to guess what percentage of car seats in the nation are installed or used incorrectly. It's a nationwide survey of percentage of car seats are installed or used incorrectly. Start with you, Tina.
I want to get like 47%.
It's a good guess. Colin?
I'd say about half, yeah.
About half.
50, 55.
81%.
I was hoping it wasn't over half.
81% of car seats
How are they getting this information?
Is it true
Oh,
that you
I
can
getting
go
the information?
How is this study getting this information?
I didn't
any
ask all these.
car
I didn't have
accidents
time
that
to-
involve
Yeah.
babies
There's a
and
lot of different
children?
ways. There's a lot of different
It's
ways
a bad sample size because people who get into car accidents tend to be worse drivers. Not always, but tend to be.
But they also,
sometimes it's not their fault.
when you get car seats installed, though, you get them checked also oftentimes by like a fire department, a police department, or somebody that's an expert.
So is this a fire department problem? Then? Are you hating on our fire
department?
department?
The fire department does it correctly afterwards. They come behind people and do it correct.
I was going to ask if that's true because I feel like I hear that in movies of like, oh, you go to your local fire station and they can actually check if you've installed it correctly. So that's true?
That's a real thing I just learned about. You install it or you don't install it. Either way, you can bring it to a certain car seat specialty or expert or whatever. These guys, by the way, the car seat experts, they have to renew their license every 2 years. This whole car seat thing is a whole industry into itself.
You can make money doing that?
I don't know how much money you make. I don't know how much money you make. But Tina's ears just perked up. Do you want to know what the number is, the percentage of car seats that are installed or utilized improperly in the state of Florida?
We're terrible here.
I know.
I'm going to guess like 75.
Worse.
No.
90.
90% is what?
90% is the state of Florida is 90%. Nationwide, it's 81.
You went under the national average,
Yeah,
Tina?
why would you go under?
I don't know.
The national average. We're bad out here. Sunshine State
we are terrible.
Definitely the worst drivers in the country reside in Florida.
It is most likely true. Now, some of that has to do with the age demographics as well.
I think that's an excuse.
It's part of it, though. It's part of it in South Florida specifically. No, and I'm not hating on the people that, but something
we should hate. We need to be better.
Well, I'm saying I'm not hating on the people that are driving poorly because they might have like bad eyesight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't hate on them.
Yeah. Just saying. You know what makes me feel good and never hate?
Cocktails.
Cocktail of the day. Also, Game 7 of a watch party we had and a birthday party celebration all in one on Saturday night. It was an action-packed weekend.
It's like you knew the cocktail that I was possibly going to have today.
Let it shake.
Well, it's funny. First off, my gym partner at 515 at F45 Palm Beach Gardens, he the other day goes, so how many drinks are you going to have Blue Carousel? I go, I'm done. Okay. Like it's just, it works out sometimes that they have it, a thunder drink.
We outlawed that.
Yeah. He asked me this morning, he goes, so what's today's drink? Have Blue Carousel? I'm like, no, it's not actually. I'm going to make sure it doesn't.
It's also like one of the worst liqueurs. Like Blue Carousel does not, a blue drink, be honest with me, of all of the colors that your drink can come in, blue is one of the last ones I'm choosing. It's going to stain your mouth.
Yeah, no.
Reminds me of like Kool-Aid or like what's that one drink that you order that just gets you hammered? A Blue Mother.
Oh, I don't know. The
You never
only
heard of that?
blue drink I probably have is like a Gatorade.
You've never ordered a Blue Mother?
No.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, what we got today?
We've got the Game 7 Smash. You got bourbon, fresh lemon juice, maple syrup, 3 blackberries, 4 mint leaves, and a mint sprig to garnish.
I love a bourbon smash. I do. That's really good.
I haven't had a cocktail with maple syrup, and I've done a few with maple syrup. I need to go actually try one.
No, it's good. It's a really good sweetener too because you actually can. It's a stronger sweetener. You know how like sometimes you add honey to something and it just gets sweeter, or you add there's a flavoring, because it's the maple part of the syrup that helps. I like that. But bourbon smashes do remind me of the fact that whenever I go to my wife's pop's crib and I'm over there playing poker with them, and he's taking all of my money, oftentimes he offers me his bourbon smashes, and I'm wondering if that's part of the process. You know what I'm saying? He's doubling up my bourbon smashes and taking all my chips. I just don't know what the process is there.
He knows you like them. So he's like, oh, I'll just keep giving them to him. And then he's just going to keep being bad. And I'm going to keep taking his money.
And he whoops my tail. Maybe that's what's happening out there in the NAIA because Kaiser University is whooping tail left and right.
They really do. Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis team. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University. I can't wait to do my golf lessons. They're coming back, and I'm so excited I haven't touched a golf club in months.
Oh, man, you're going to be good, though. You're going to be good. Sometimes your first time back out after not touching it in months is better than, like, the next couple of weeks. It's like that. I don't know what it is. It's like your mind is clear, and then you start overthinking everything again. You're probably going to be great that first lesson back.
We had so much fun.
Yeah.
I learned trick shots. We had the putting contest.
Oh, yeah. We went
to the range.
Yeah. I can't wait to get back into that mode, into that motion. We got the NBA final stage set in the National Basketball Association. Again, that thing tips off in a couple of days. We have, of course, a blockbuster deal in the NFL because they never want anybody to get any attention. Anytime any other league starts getting any love or any attention, the NFL swoops in and steals the day. The Cleveland Browns, we learned a couple of hours ago, traded the two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, MYLES Garrett, the wrecking ball off the edge, to the Los Angeles Rams for Jared Verse and multiple draft picks, a 2027 first, a 2028 second, and a 2029 third-round pick. That's what league sources tell ESPN. Joel in the YouTube chat says the Rams trying to keep up with Seattle, trying to keep up with the Joneses. I think they passed y'all up. I ain't gonna lie. Your Super Bowl MVP is in Kansas City, and the Defensive Player of the Year is now on that Rams team that you barely beat. I think LA is going to have the edge there. Tina, this was a huge, huge deal. Right before this happened, I was literally talking with Mike Rizzo, and I was, posturing out there, okay, as a Browns fan, what would you like to get back in return for MYLES Garrett? He's like, we're not trading MYLES Garrett. I don't want to trade him. And I'm like, but it might happen. And he's like, yeah, my dad was saying it on the radio earlier. Tony Rizzo, ESPN Cleveland. He was saying on the really big show, a trade might happen. And he's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, dude, would you be cool with it? He said 3 first-round picks would be cool. They end up getting Jared Verse, who's a really good defensive end, but they also got a first-round pick and a bunch of other picks. Like, I think Browns fans are actually happy today. I can't wait to hear what Mike Rizzo says on Russo on Rizzo now that he's had some time to think about it. It's a big deal.
I feel like this is shocking.
Huge.
I was caught off guard when I saw this. Notification. I was like, wait, am I reading this right? I think Rizzo's going to freak out.
He is.
He's unhappy.
Well, he freaks out. I mean,
freaks out with everything.
I was saying that Mike is going to freak out is.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
I think you have to be somewhat upset.
He's going to be sad because it's his favorite team and it's his favorite player, defining player. So he's not going to be happy.
No.
But he's going to freak out.
Yes. Good luck, Colin.
Good luck, Colin. Are you ready for that, Colin?
I'm looking forward to a break.
Colin's very distracted.
Colin
today.
hasn't. Every single time I've looked over at Colin, who's producing Theoretically
even.
Speaking, he's either turned back talking with the interns or he's over on that computer, likely, I guess, getting something ready for the show. But he's never been engaged in today's show. Do you know what we've been talking about, Colin?
Yeah, I do. Mike Rizzo is not going to be upset because I think Mike Rizzo's happy about this once he thinks about it. And I ultimately think that as a Cleveland fan, he will come to see the light as to why this was an excellent trade for them.
Oh, yeah, Colin's right. You're out on the edge rushers. He is going to see the light. He's going to be good.
You don't need to pay somebody $50 million at that position. Not in the position that the Cleveland Browns are in.
One last thing before we do go to break. Brian in the YouTube chat says I shouldn't be allowed to use the coffee machine until the baby is here. The baby is here. He's just still, he's here.
The baby
is in the house with us. We are a 3-person household right now. It's me, my wife, and the baby.
If you were to receive a birthday gift early,
do
you open it? Or even a holiday gift? Do you open it before?
Like if somebody mails it to me?
Yes.
I open it before. I ain't gonna lie. Especially if they're not going to be in there. If you mailed it to me, it's like, you're not going to be
I
here.
can't wait.
Well, I'm going to go and open this stuff. I'm going to use it too. The coffee machine I'm nasty with.
You're probably testing out the stroller. And you open the car seat. We need to make sure that is good to go.
I'm going to be a car seat extraordinaire. I'm hearing about stem cell, all kind of stuff I learned in this birthday class. We were there for 8 hours.
8 hours, that's a long time.
And the woman was like a lady off of SNL. She was absolutely entertaining.
Oh, well, that's good. I feel like you need to be a little bit entertained for being there for 8 hours.
Excellent. I could have did another 2.
I had a question for you, though. Yeah. You mentioned it earlier in the show, you are journaling. I'll wait for my question for Colin.
Colin is pushing us to a break. So Tina and I have to oblige. He's the producer. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet, the home of Inter Miami, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat, with all of the biggest live events in sports. If it's happening in sports, it's happening right here on ESPN 106.3. South Florida's home for sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And I...
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Looking for the best pizza in Palm Beach County or go to the perfect spot to catch the big game? Adrian's Pizza Bar at City Place in West Palm Beach has it all. Enjoy handcrafted cocktails and Adrian's world-famous original square pizza, straight from Stone Street, Manhattan. Come see what everybody's talking about at Adrian's Pizza Bar at City Place. Open daily from 11:30 a.m. to midnight. And you can't miss the best happy hour in town. That's twice daily from 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and again from 10 p.m. until close.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $879 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
It's so funny with the levels that we take it sometimes in these our assessments of these trades. Like immediately after it happens, winner, loser, this guy stinks, this guy's overpaid. What I do know is the Cleveland Browns have put themselves in an ultra bright spotlight because over the past 14 months, they've traded two players who the generational tag might not be lofty. Definitely one-of-a-kind players in Travis Hunter and Myles Garrett. And time will tell how both of those deals look for them. But they were on the other side of Travis Hunter and Myles Garrett trades, and we'll see how that pans out. Step into pro-level orthopedic care, though, at Baptist Health. Step into pro-level care, and welcome to being treated like a pro with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. From my weekend warriors to my seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the advanced care that you deserve. So get back to doing what you love most and learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. No matter what you do it better, do it well, get your body right, get your mind right, and get locked in with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro. We don't know who won that deal. We do know in the National Basketball Association who was on the right side of history in one specific transaction. In fact, it was really two. The Philadelphia 76ers front office, there's a reason why there's a bit of a changeover this offseason. Not only did they, quote unquote, sell high on Jared McCain, who ended up being a pivotal player for the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals as they were bounced by the Spurs. But in February of 2023, the 76ers, getting closer and closer to All-Star Weekend, made a transaction so that Mac McClung, I think, three-time slam dunk champion? Mac McClung?
Perennial G League All-Star, too.
G League All-Star and three-time slam dunk champion Mac McClung to open up a roster spot so that in the All-Star game, he can wear a 76ers uniform. The 76ers waived a guy by the name of Julian Champagnie. At the time, the deal was, people, I'm sure it caught some ire. It drew a little bit of ire. Wasn't a huge deal. 3 years later, Game 7, NBA Finals, a guy by the name of Julian Champagnie in the starting lineup for the San Antonio Spurs, 20 points, 6 for 10 from three-point land, 6 rebounds. He was a plus 16 for the Spurs, and it's a move that Mitch Johnson made midseason that is underlooked, and he deserves a lot of credit for doing so. But the Spurs took a decided uptick in their offensive firepower when they made the change from Harrison Barnes in the starting lineup to Julian Champagnie, a guy that was waived so a G Leaguer can wear a 76ers jersey in an arbitrary dunk contest 3 years ago, is now 4 wins away from an NBA championship and one of the main reasons why the Spurs were able to get there. Incredible stuff. I would say the Sixers were on the wrong side of that transaction as well.
Sixers have got a lot of bad PR here with how much they've helped actually good teams. Jared McCain's another example of this. Julian Champagnie's another example of this. Guys it's like your career starts to take off when you leave Philadelphia. That's sort of what it feels like.
Becoming the Jets. Look, they're becoming the Jets.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this.
Yeah, man. It's not bad to be a feeder system, It's not bad. It's not a bad deal. Everybody needs a feeder system.
It's a minor league system?
They're minor league franchise. Especially the way that, opposing teams buy up their seats in playoff games. Like opposing team fans are able to buy out their arena. That's a minor league operation.
I'm serious. They have not had a good. They just hired a new general manager. They hired the Cleveland Cavalier guy.
They did. Good luck to him. Why did everybody look so confused when that music hit? Y'all know what the get around is. Y'all know how. You know what? I wish I had a get around to get me from this station to my car because I'm looking outside and there's a hurricane apparently hitting right now on the opening day of hurricane season. Mm-hmm. The hell is going on out there? It was just bright and sunny. Hate this. Where are we going first?
All right, about a 7-hour drive and change. Tallahassee, Florida. Florida State just lost 4-star safety Mekhi Williams. Their only nationally ranked recruit that's in the 2027 class, and the Seminoles currently sit outside the top 45 nationally in recruiting rankings. Theo, what's the bigger problem in Florida State right now? Recruiting, NIL, or the belief that the program just isn't what it used to be and won't be?
It's all of the above, but it all starts with the fact that they have a lame duck head coach, which is something you cannot do in modern college football. Because of the transfer portal, because of the NIL pay-for-play structure, and because of the level of competition with all of the other teams, not just in the ACC, but in your state, you cannot roll into a football season with a lame duck head coach. This is not a referendum on who Mike Norvell is. It's not a referendum on how great of a operator he can be as the leader of the Noles. But everybody knows he is not long for that job. So it's going to be impossible for him to retain a recruiting class. It's going to be impossible for him to secure enough NIL funds to actually sport a high-level roster. And there's a reason why there was a Pete Nakos report from On3 that Florida State, their roster, how much they're paying for their current roster, it rivals teams like SMU and Boston College. Like that right there is the defining stat for Florida State. I don't care how many wins they get this season. If you're not able to pay players more than what SMU and Boston College are doing right now, NC State, like if you're in that tax bracket, you're not going to be able to compete with the Gators or the Miami Hurricanes. Sad. It's honestly sad what's happening to Florida State this
Those
year.
private schools got quiet money because it's not public in terms of how much money they have funneling into their athletic programs because they're private institutions.
That's helpful as well. But it also helps when you have a head coach that actually has like a long leash and a vision and job security. And Florida State doesn't have any of them. So, sucks to be them. Are you a Florida State gal, Tina, before we move on? Because I know, Colin, you are
Florida
Gators. Tina, are you undecided between the big three?
I would say I'm undecided. I'm though surrounded by Knowles.
I know.
My
all
boss,
your friends.
I can't stand both Miami and Florida State.
My boss, FSU. Two on my marketing team, both FSU.
Yeah.
So I'm surrounded.
That's what I'm saying. So you're kind of a Knoll by association.
Kind of.
Colin only hates Miami because we took their cornerback from Wisconsin. And he became a national championship runner-up. He would have never done that in Madison. So.
They national championship runner-up. Put that somewhere.
I was
put that on a T-shirt.
They do make those T-shirts.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I was, Theo, growing up, a UM fan because my neighbor, I want to be just like her, and she was a Miami fan. So I have shirts that say Miami, but I kind of just grew out of it.
Steelers shirts. You became a Steelers fan because of this girl too, right?
No, those are my best friends growing up. My guy and my girl best friend, both their families were from Pittsburgh.
And you gave up the Canes fandom.
I didn't really give it up. I don't know. She stopped she stopped wearing them, and so I never got new shirts.
So arbitrary.
New York City. Russell Wilson is finalizing a deal with CBS Sports and appears to be moving on from the huddle quietly to the studio after a 14-year NFL career that included a Super Bowl title, 10 Pro Bowls, and more than 350 touchdown passes. Theo, when you look back on Russell Wilson's career, what's the first thing you're going to remember?
He's the anti-Matt Stafford, a man who played his way out of Canton, who played himself out of the Hall of Fame. Stafford has, in the back end of his career, played his way into it. He's going to get one of those bronze busts. But Russell Wilson, based on his exodus from the league, based on just how bad he's been and how great the Seahawks became in his absence, it is going to be difficult, especially because it's not even all about Russ. It's also about the rise of all these star quarterbacks that we have coming up that have a long career ahead. Over the next 5 years, you know how many quarterbacks are going to pass Russ in the legacy rankings? If that dude had retired 2 years, 3 years earlier, we could be talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now there's a question as to whether or not he makes it into Canton, and that's how I'm going to remember Russell Wilson. But a great father and good family man, and he is dangerous,
What was the other saying around him?
Oh, I love that saying. Broncos country, let's ride. That was great.
Yes.
That might be the single best thing he brought to the NFL.
The best thing he ever did was stretch on the team plane on the way to London. You know that? And he was bothering all the flight attendants because they were trying to get through to give people their cookies. And he's doing side lunches on the plane.
No,
that's a great Russell Wilson story.
I thought you were talking about the time that he came out in full uniform and was warming up for a game that he I think he wasn't even on the active roster for or something like that. He was definitely not going to play. But he was out there doing full warm-ups and going through the motions like he was, and I thought it was hilarious. But Russell Wilson is the gift that keeps giving.
He'll be a very interesting case study. I'm going to lean, I agree with you, probably on the side close to no in terms of Canton, but very quietly is one play away from being a back-to-back Super Bowl champion, which very rarely happens. And it's a play that he was really at fault for.
Yeah,
but
I was about to say,
everybody blames Pete Carroll, too. So
who deserves more blame for that, though? Ricardo Lockett, Pete Carroll, or Russell Wilson?
The call, probably.
It's got to be the call.
The call.
It's got to be the call.
Next up.
Oh, your mic's off.
Your mic is off, Colin.
Turns off. The computer crashes right when I get going. But Cleveland, Ohio. Browns finally trade Myles Garrett to the Rams after months of rumors and contract drama. 10 years from now, we're going to remember this as a brilliant reset for Cleveland or the one day they gave away a future Hall of Famer?
Hey, ChatGPT be coming up with some good questions. I'm like, is this going to be a brilliant reset? Because that would be me banking on the Browns making good of this new foundation that they're setting. Or is this going to be them parting ways with a absolute superstar, best player in football? If I had to bet on one of the two happening, I have to go with the fact that they are now departing from Myles Garrett, who we know what he is. I can't bank on the future of the Browns despite my appreciation for Andrew Berry as a GM, despite my faith in the direction that they're going in, getting 3 premium picks and Jarrett Verse, and I like their last couple of drafts. Like, I like everything that the Cleveland Browns are doing. I also have this thing called an actual, like a brain between these ears, and that brain comes with like functional and solid memory. And I've been alive for 33 years now, and never would it have been fruitful in my life to ever invest in the future of the Browns. So why the hell would I do that today?
I think we're gonna look back on this and think both sides benefited greatly from this trade. I do.
I think the Rams win a Super Bowl because of it. I think the
Too
Browns.
early to say, but if they do,
Super Bowl, not this year.
Aaron Donald should pick up a helmet again. I mean, that would be put together quite a defensive line, and he's definitely in shape enough to jump back into it.
What are you more confident in happening over the next 3 years? The Browns winning their division or the Rams winning a Super Bowl? That's the easiest way to answer with this question of who's going to win this trade.
I would say it's more likely that the Rams win a Super Bowl.
I think so.
In the next 3 years, yeah, I'd probably say that.
In the next 5 years, hell.
5 years, I would probably take the Browns.
You do know Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow aren't going to like retire in 5 years.
I understand, but I do know that there's fluctuations with these teams. I mean, eventually the Browns are due to have a good year. They're due to have a good year.
By the time they do,
they're
the
making
Steelers
a lot
are
of good
finally have a
moves.
quarterback.
They're drafting pretty well. You got to imagine they're going to be good one of these years. They got to figure out the quarterback. You're right.
It's easy to appreciate the moves you make in June. See me in September.
Next stop.
It is really storming out here.
The last one, Paris, France. Roland Garros rolls on the French Open, where world number 1 Arina Sabalenka is one of the most anticipated matches right now against Naomi Osaka. Osaka is trying to reach her first ever quarterfinal in Paris and pull off one of the biggest wins of her comeback. Theo, if Osaka wins this match today, where would it rank amongst the biggest victories in her career?
Gotta be fifth.
And a scoreboard update.
Yeah, talk to me.
Osaka broke her early, and Sabalenka rolled back 7-5 first set. They are sitting at 2-2 in the second set with Osaka serving.
She's got 4 Grand Slam championships, 2 U.S. Opens, I believe. Yeah,
actually a good question. I don't know that for sure.
I think she has 4 Grand Slam titles.
I thought it was 3. I'd check right now.
Naomi Osaka has a very interesting career. Boca native, Tina, so local product.
We love that.
Naomi Osaka. She also had the interesting thing happen where I believe it was 3 or 4 years ago, 2021 French Open, where she withdrew from the tournament, and then she had the depression and anxiety she was dealing with. She went and got help for their mental health. This was around the same time that Simone Biles actually had that happen in and around the Olympics, and everybody was critical of her and her journey. She also took some time off because of the pregnancy, and it's right in the prime of her career. How many Grand Slam titles? 4? 4.
And it's all hardcore too. It's 2 Australian, 2 U.S. Open.
She's going up against the world number 1. At one point, she was the person who was like resoundingly the world number 1 tennis player. And I don't think she's out of her physical prime. She just had this weird gap in the middle of her prime, and she could probably get back to the level she used to be at. This will be step 1. So I'm not going to be able to, I'm not tennis savvy enough to be able to sit here and rank where this would match up in her greatest wins of all time.
It would be great because it's world number 1.
Yeah.
She is definitely an underdog in the match.
Easily.
And it is a clay court, and it's tough to win on clay court.
I will say this would be like the biggest step, the biggest turning point for her. If we talk about her having a career reclamation, this would be the match that changes everything for her. And she's never won a French Open. So we'll see if she can pull it off. Right now, she's a little bit behind the 8 ball. But we'll see what she can do. Excited for her. Coco Gauff's gone too. We don't like
goodbye.
No
she
names.
Was terrible over the weekend.
There's no names left.
I like
names?
it. I like it.
Who's your favorite right now on the men's side?
Flavio Caboli.
Yikes.
Delray Beach Open, friend of show.
And that was a get around. How do you say his name again?
Flavio Caboli, Italian.
Why do you like? Is he really one of the favorites, or is he your favorite?
He's the 10th best player in the world right now. Yeah.
So I'm saying, is he like the?
Well, it's he just said he advanced to the quarterfinal this morning.
Okay,
and he took down other friend of show from Delray Beach Open, Zachary Savadja.
How many friends we got? We got so many friends.
Yeah, Delray Beach Open's get good representation in this tournament. Alex
good.
Michelson did well, but Zachary Savadja, Brandon Nakashima, friend of show.
Oh, perfect, of course. I mean, who couldn't? No, that's our guy.
But Flavio Caboli is my pick. So here's what you need to know. Sasha Zverev, who is from Hamburg, Germany.
Yeah.
He is
wow.
widely known as the best player to never win a major. And he is the last one of like the top. He's 2 of the last top 9 to still be alive. And if he doesn't win this one, he'll never win one. And all the pressure is on him.
This is Karl Malone with the Lakers.
But in the prime,
Charles Barkley with the Rockets.
Charles Barkley on the Suns in '93. Like this is at the prime. He's in the prime of his career. He's the second best player in the world right now.
It made it seem like it was like his last chance.
No. But Sinner, Alcaraz, he can never beat them. He'll never beat Djokovic, and they're all out.
All right. Well, your work is cut out for you. Hamburg, Germany. That's where the Beatles were created. That's where the Beatles got big. I just found out about that a little while ago. They got huge playing in gentlemen's clubs into the wee hours of the night in Hamburg, Germany.
That's an excellent fact. I didn't know that completely.
Yeah, that's literally how they got so good. They did it for like a span of like 2.5 years or so.
Colin said excellent. That means he really liked it.
That was good fact.
Excellent. Is that one of your favorite words?
Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good word.
Yeah.
You get excellence.
Excellent. Oh my goodness. I'm the fastest man in Palm Beach County, Theo Dorsey. That is Tina. That's Colin. And apparently things are going excellent on Theoretically Speaking right here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Calling all mentors, big brothers, big sisters of Palm Beach and Martin County is seeking volunteers to become mentors and make a lasting impact in a child's life. We offer flexible and fulfilling volunteer opportunities plus ongoing free activities each month. If you have time to give, we currently have little brothers waiting to be matched with a mentor like you. Visit mentorbig.org to begin your journey with us. It takes little to be big.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
It's Tina. You know how important it is to keep your car running. And when it comes to my car, I only trust St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've been taking care of South Florida for over 50 years, and they're still family owned. Need new tires? They've got all the big brands. Battery issues? They've got it. Cars, trucks, boats, RVs, and even commercial fleets. And if you ever get stuck, their 24/7 roadside emergency service is a total lifesaver. Go see my friends at St. Lucie Battery and Tire, slbt.com. They'll keep you going.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
We're ripping. We're rolling. It is Emotion Monday. We've got Myles Garrett headed west. We've got Jared Verse headed home. We've got the Thunder sitting back on their couch enjoying the NBA Finals from home. So we have a major win for fans of basketball and fans of the NBA. The stage is set like it's 1999. Knicks versus Spurs. Wembanyama trying to do what Tim Duncan was able to do in his third year in the NBA, second year in the postseason. For Wemby, it's his first run, and he is 2 nights away from getting his first NBA Finals victory, and I cannot wait. I also called it. So.
It is pretty unbelievable territory to make a finals run like this, but people got to act like it's not foreign. Like the Magic Johnson won the Finals MVP as a rookie. Like keep that in mind. Bird won it his second year.
Pump the brakes. That's why people are acting like it's so crazy. You know the names that you just brought up?
Well, I know. It's impressive, but it's not. It's not like we've never seen it before. The NBA has seen this before.
But like rarely, it's like a solar eclipse. It's like, all right, well, yeah, we've seen it before, but like we only get this once in a generation.
And I also think another thing to add to it that I was thinking about, a lot of the reason they got such a bad draft pick and they got Harper was Wemby had the blood clot last year.
The Wemby injury.
He had the blood clot last year. I mean, you're putting up the air quotes. I have no idea.
I'm just saying, Spurs seem to always find a way to do
right.
this.
So that's another thing to consider.
The Dylan Harper pick, I mean, they also draft very well. But once again, Miami Heat, if you're listening, you see how the Spurs built that team. You see how the Thunder built that team. I would love more lottery picks in the future. I'll take a couple down years. Would love a Dylan Harper. Would love a Stephon Castle. Would love a nice little workout in an F45.
The best way to start your week,
wow,
like I did today, is with F45. Palm Beach Gardens. It was a strength day today. Lifted heavy. I got a cardio day tomorrow. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. It's a 45-minute workout. You don't have to think about it. You go into the gym. There's screens to show you what exercise to do. There's a timer going off and on, when to get water breaks. Coach is there to help you modify if you need it or if you want to lift heavier to assist you. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Strength classes, cardio classes, hybrid, a little bit of both. They've got yoga on Sundays as well. Check them out on Instagram, F45 Palm Beach Gardens.
I keep going back to this thought because I had a little Game 7 watch party at the crib. It kind of double served as like a birthday weekend celebration and Game 7 watch party. And Chet Holmgren's performance was so bad. I kept thinking like, it's hard to contextualize how bad this is. I was trying to explain to my wife, my homegirl, Honda, that was over there that don't watch as much NBA. And it's like, how do I explain to you that this guy is considered one of the 15 best players in the world? One of the 15 best players in the world, Chet Holmgren.
Based on nothing, by the way.
And he's absolutely – what do you mean?
I mean, the All-NBA is in a lot of ways an availability award. And
yeah, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why he got there, but he still got there. He still was named the top 15
the
NBA
real top
player.
15 players in the NBA are the pseudo rankings you'd make for top 15 postseason players.
Right. You're right. You're right about one thing in here is
like
Chet
Halliburton
Holmgren
would
is
make
not
my
a
top 15 just off of how he plays in the postseason. Right, but just off of how he plays in the postseason.
Chet Holmgren was an all-NBA player, and he was maybe the worst performer in that Game 7 at home. That was embarrassing. That was bad. But most importantly, the San Antonio Spurs got the job done. Tina and I were for the Spurs. Colin, you were rooting for the Spurs, but you thought the Thunder would pull it off.
Yep,
Were you impressed? Were you impressed by San Antonio?
I was impressed by OKC, too. OKC showed some guts, especially Gilgeous-Alexander.
Casey
Wallace and Gilgeous-Alexander showed some guts.
I've been saying this for the past 2 years. When that dude gets a bigger role, whether it be with the Thunder or somebody else, he's going to be an all-star point guard.
Well, he said that. He gave them a little bit of an ultimatum in his exit interview. He said, I want to be more on ball. I enjoyed it. They're going to get rid of Dort.
He is so much better than the role they give him. That dude is a budding, like not superstar, but star. He's going to be really good. Bruce on Rizzo's next. It's going to be really good as well. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.